What is going on, everybody? Oh, man, what's up, everybody? What is up? What is up? What it do? I really hate it that they put that fucking thing on my pipe down here. Get it? Oh, man, what is up, everybody? What is up? It is TALK-IS-PITT here, and welcome to the Pitt Panther versus Virginia Tech preview and prediction live. I thought about doing this in the video, but for whatever reason, I have more anxiety doing videos than I do live streams. I know it's weird. But we're going to get right in it here in a minute. Who do we got? We got Sports World PA. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live stream. I seen your comment earlier. Thank you for stopping by, dropping that comment. Thank you for subscribing. And yeah, go Pitt. So since Sports World PA is in the house, I'm going to go ahead and get started. There's some keynotes for this game that I would like to address before we get into the full swing of things for both teams, actually. Keynotes for Pitt is their last game. They beat Georgia Tech 52-21, and then they went on a bye, so they should be well rested. Hopefully the Pitt Panthers are well rested. Offense is also playing at a high level while the defense is just starting to click. They do need to work on a couple of things, like they need to tackle better and yada, yada, yada. But we will get into that as the live stream progresses. Thank you, Sports World of PA. Who is your favorite team? Is it Penn State, Temple, any other Division II or III team in Pennsylvania? There seems to be a lot of Division II football teams in the Commonwealth. But Pitt's offense is playing at a very high level. And like I said, the defense is starting to click, but they also do need to learn how to tackle and not be so aggressive, but be smart while tackling. I do think sometimes they are over pursuing, which is going to be a problem from here on out because the schedule doesn't get any easier. Oh, you're a big Pitt fan? Nice. But yeah, like I said, I really hate when people drive across or drive down the road with their motorcycles, goddamn radios blaring. I think putting a radio on a motorcycle is the dumbest thing possible. But anyway, guys, the defense is just starting to click. They need to tackle better. They need to read the quarterback better and understand what's going on because they are going into a hostile environment. Keynotes for Virginia Tech. They're coming in this game with some injuries at quarterback. Their starting quarterback is not 100%, even though they say he's all cleared. He's still not 100%, and you can tell he's not. Virginia Tech will also need to slow down Pitt's offense. Pitt does have the #1 scoring offense in the country. So, what are you doing, Kitty? That's what I thought. Pitt does have the #1 scoring offense in the country, averaging 558 yards per game with 52.4 points per game. That's a very good stat that not even Alabama has. So it really comes down to who can, control the clock, run the ball, and keep the defense on the field the longest. That's what it will come down to between Pitt and Virginia Tech. Oh yeah, I agree. Sports world of PA. Damn, I hate having a fucking speech impediment. I have a list. So certain words with S's and L's, it can be tricky for me to pronounce. So sports world of PA. I will get to that if you stick around for the whole entire stream. This is a live stream. I am live. Virginia Tech's last game versus Notre Dame. Here's some of the stats. Their leading passer, obviously, was Braxton Burmeister. He was 15 for 30, 184 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's not a good performance. I don't see how people are still overhyping him, I feel. I get he is a good quarterback, and he really is a decent quarterback. I'll say that. He's a decent. He's not always consistent, but he is a decent quarterback. But going only for 15 for 30, 184 yards, 0 passing touchdowns, and you threw 1 interception, that's not really good. I mean, to top it off, Virginia Tech, their leading rusher was also Braxton Burmeister. 10 rushes, 49 yards, 1 rushing touchdown. I really don't see how they can afford to now rely on Braxton Burmeister to win this game, because that's what it looked like. They were trying to rely on Braxton Burmeister to beat Virginia Tech, because Virginia Tech really only has one true offensive threat, and that's their wide receiver. I think his name's Trey Turner. Let's see. Yeah, Trey Turner, who was 6 catches for 80 yards, 1 touchdown. Actually, no, I take that back. 6 catches, 80 yards, 0 touchdowns. He didn't have any touchdown catches in that game. And I'd have to go back and look at the stats and see who actually, Kitty, get over here. I'd have to go back and look at the stats for the game and see who had the most receiving touchdowns. But I know Turner didn't get any. So if Virginia Tech is going to want to beat Pitt, okay. If Virginia Tech is going to want to beat Pitt, they're going to have to do it through the air, because they can't run the ball, and the Panthers' weakness is the secondary. So this is why I think this game will be further away from each other. Like, I think it'll be a bigger blowout than what people are expecting. Now, I understand it may be down in Blacksburg. I get that. That is a very difficult place to play. I've watched Pitt games down there, but I've also watched, my allergies are fucking with me right now, but I've also watched games down in Blacksburg to where Pitt has beaten them. Pitt has almost beaten them. And last year we did destroy Virginia Tech 47-14. And they have a lot of the same players back from last year. Actually, not a lot of the same players. They did lose a couple of people. I think they lost Mitchell, their best tight end, to an ACL tear. I also think Hazelton, he graduated, I think. But yeah, guys, Damn, where's my water? Oh shit. Oh wow. I somehow forgot my water. I don't know where I put it. God damn it. Anyway, guys, so their biggest offensive threat is Turner. They're going to need him to get going, and they're going to need their other receivers to get going because it's just not going to work. If you can't run the ball, and you for sure as hell obviously can't pass, your receivers are having somewhat of trouble catching. It's not going to work out. Also, for the defense of Virginia Tech, that's where they shine the most. That's where everybody is talking about because they have held, besides Notre Dame, to opponents to less than 20 points while playing at home. Now, Virginia Tech also is on a 4-game home stretch. I think the Pitt game is the second of 4. And Pitt is just coming off of a bye week, but we will discuss that eventually. Peoples had 6 tackles, 6 assisted tackles as well, and 1 interception. So other than that, the defense didn't really shine either. The 2 quarterbacks that Notre Dame put in, the Virginia Tech defense allowed about 250 yards passing. I have to check and see what the rushing yards was for Notre Dame because I don't remember. I didn't jot that down. I probably should have. But they're going to also be without their star linebacker, Holyfield, because he was ejected in the game for targeting. So they're going to be without Holyfield, and that may play a big factor on if it's already a blowout by the second half. Going on to the Pitt Panthers. The leading passer for the Pitt Panthers in their last game before the bye was Kenny Pickett. He was 23 of 36 for 389 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Pitt won that game 52-21. The leading rusher, who I am glad to see get more carries, was Izzy Abanikanda. He was 15 for 60, 2 touchdowns. We had 2 leading receivers, and the reason why I'm bringing up both of them is because they both had 100-yard days, and they both caught touchdown passes. So we're going to be talking about Tazier Mack. He was 5 catches for 121 yards and a touchdown. Jordan Addison, 6 for 117 yards and a touchdown. They both had over 15 yards average a catch. It was fucking ridiculous how many yards per catch Jordan Addison and Tazier Mack had. It was ridiculous. It was fucking ridiculous. I believe Jordan Addison may have had a rushing touchdown. I have to go back and look. Manyo Brown, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming by to the live stream. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. Smash the fuck out of that like button. That would really help out the channel. Also, guys, don't forget, I will be starting a PayPal for the channel so I can get some better decor for the for this behind me. I know you guys may be sick of looking at a basement wall, so I'm going to get maybe a tapestry or maybe even get some blue paint and have like a panther head painted on the back of the basement wall. And plus, with my 9 to 5 being cut from like three 9 to 5s a week, you know, I definitely want to be able to deliver content and not have to worry about my financial situation. So I may be starting, I will be starting a PayPal. I just don't know when. It's not going to be right now. I'm just going to work that out, see how that works, and yeah. But back to the preview and predictions for Pitt versus Virginia Tech. The leading defender for the Pittsburgh Panthers, and there were several people who got 5 tackles or more. But the best was Servassier Dennis. He had 7 tackles, 1 sack, and I believe he also may have blocked a field goal attempt. Oh, really, really, Phil? You like the original decor? Well, I definitely want to get some Pitt gear, like a Pitt tapestry, a big blue Pitt Panther tapestry, or I may get like a few jerseys or something like that. Like, I'm not gonna spend it on myself or on bills and everything. I do need a Panther jersey though. I definitely do need that. But the Servassier Dennis had 7 tackles, 1 sack. We also had John Patrician, who had, in my opinion, 6 tackles, an interception return that he returned for a pick 6. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about, sports world. I'm thinking about ordering myself just a Pitt flag, and I'll be good. He had, anyway, back to the thing. He had 6 tackles, in my opinion, an interception that did get returned for a touchdown. He also had a tackle for loss in that game as well. So John Patrician, he's doing good for Pitt, along with Servassier Dennis. We also have Keyshawn Camp, Kalijah Cansey, Elliott Donald. Aaron Donald's nephew does play for Pitt. We have a plethora of defensive linemen we can rotate. We also have linemen that are capable of playing every single position across the offensive line as well. Like the Ohio State transfer we got, Ryan Jacoby. He can play center. But I think he's probably going to end up playing tackle, to be honest. I think that's what he's going to end up playing. And even, God forbid, Kenny Pickett goes down, knock on wood, we still have capable quarterbacks coming in and producing to the level we need them. Now, sports, I don't know if Pitt has the talent to want to be in the college football playoffs. But guys, this game right here is really pivotal to the ACC Coastal, because if Pitt can win this, they will most likely control their own destiny for the rest of the season. Because, guys, after this game, it doesn't get any easier, because after this week, we play Clemson. So we have to start buckling down on getting shit right. Well, Phil, I agree. Definitely, we do have to fix some mental errors on the defensive side. Yeah, if we win the ACC championship, I would be okay with us being left out of the playoffs. Now, that would be a surprise on who we get matched up in a bowl game against, but we'll get to that if it comes. So I'm going to leave you guys with my final thoughts for the Pitt and Virginia Tech football game, and then at the end, I'm gonna give you my score, and then I'm gonna open up the chat for you guys to talk. I'm gonna open up the chat, and you guys can say whatever the hell you want. Pitt needs to show that they can run the ball on a more consistent level, while the wide receivers can catch. It just seems like we just cannot run the ball as much as we need to, or as our talent clearly says we can. I love the fact that Izzy had a good amount of carries, but I wish he wouldn't have stepped out of bounds on that one run, which would have definitely went for a touchdown. We need to be more focused on defense, especially with the mental errors, the tackling, reading quarterback reads right, making sure we're putting hats on hats. We need to keep the hats on hats. And that's what I'm telling people. That's what I'm telling people needs to happen. We need to learn how to tackle better. We need to be smart. We need to cut out the penalties. Oh, exactly. Exactly, sports world. I'd be okay with us getting left out of the playoffs. But yeah, we need to fix the mental errors, and we should be good. We should have never lost that Western Michigan game. So for Virginia Tech, they took a heartbreaking loss to Notre Dame, 32-29 at home. And to make matters worse, Virginia Tech is riddled with injuries. They will be without a backup quarterback, and they're going to be down to a third string, barring something happens to Braxton Burmeister. Because you know he's not 100%. If any of you guys watched the Virginia Tech game or the highlights of it, he's not 100%. So hopefully Pitt takes advantage of Braxton not being 100. Don't let him out of the pocket. Don't let him run the RPO up the middle. They need to keep him contained. Pitt needs to run the ball as well. They need to keep him contained because that's where Burmeister is the most dangerous, is when he's running the ball. Also, on the defensive side for Virginia Tech, they will be without one of their star linebackers, Holyfield, because he got a targeting call, and that means he will be out the first half. Kitty, get over here. Over here. He will be out the first half against Pitt. And I get it, guys, that this is at Lane Stadium, and playing down there in Blacksburg at Lane Stadium is a very difficult task. It is a very difficult task, one that the Pitt Panthers don't really fare well in. However, with the way the Pitt Panthers are playing, how bad defense is Virginia Tech, I don't think it's really that good. I really don't. Virginia Tech did allow, I want to say, around close to I want to say, yeah, that's what you have to deal with living where I live. They allowed somewhere in between 300 to 400 yards of total offense that Notre Dame was able to produce. And Notre Dame was able to stop Virginia Tech on key drives. So Virginia Tech's offense is definitely trash. They're definitely not consistent. And even though the defense is the anchor of Virginia Tech, they're not consistent as well. So my score prediction for Pitt versus Virginia Tech, Pittsburgh 38, Virginia Tech 14. But I'm going to be right back, guys. I'm going to get some water. Be right back. Get Kitty. Yeah, I agree. Sports world. Um, I think Pitt needs to win out, and they need to win the ACC championship. I'm not saying I'm not saying go to the playoffs, because in order for Pitt to get into the playoffs, Bama has to lose again. And a couple other people probably will have to lose. And honestly, as long as Bama is not in the playoffs, then I would have a better feeling at Pitt winning a title. Now, hopefully that's not against Georgia, and it would be cool if it was Pitt versus Penn State for the national title. Or should I say pedophile state? I'm sorry, guys. I can't stand pedophile state. They're filthy. I don't like what they did up there. I don't like how they covered it all up. Their coach is new, but I'm not going to get into that. I'm not going to trash talk Penn State. But yeah, guys, that's my prediction for the Virginia Tech versus Pitt Panther game. Pitt wins 38-14. I want to thank everybody who stopped by on this live stream. Sports World, Bill, thank you for stopping by. You guys were awesome. Who's the other guy that stopped by? Let me make sure I got his name. Manyo Brown, thank you for stopping by. I'll see you guys next time.